Hello everyone, I am Robin with robinswreathery. Welcome back. Let's see if we can pull up comments. Well, I'll be darned, there it is. How about that? Probably get on and nobody will be here. That'd be just my luck, right? Oh my goodness. See, I think maybe I need to start changing my time to the afternoon instead of evening. Because look at that, came right up. Alright, we're going to finish up what we started last night. Hi Dawn, I am so sorry that I had to get off. I was feeling pretty yucky and I think it was necessary. So, we got to this stage last night where we put everything on here, and then I needed to make two little holes, which I'm realizing now I just made the wrong direction. I wanted one here, one here. Let's go ahead and zoom you in so we can get you closer so you can see what's going on. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the share button, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so this is what we worked on last night. We went ahead and we painted. I showed you that this comes with a little easel. Hey, Nanny Dot. And you can use it on a tier tray, just about any place, wall hanging, but we do personalize them. So we can put the name of someone up here. If you wanted it to be, looks like I cleaned up some. If you wanted it to be for Christmas, you can put the little holly on here, or if you want it up all year long, you can use the rolling pin. So it comes with this, the 3 cookie cutters, and the little gingerbread girl or boy. We did the girl and we added a dress. Alright, so what I plan on doing is getting all these on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish this off. Now I started to make the bow last night, and we're going to finish this. And then I was practicing on the tags today, so I think we'll go ahead and do a tag while we're at it too. I don't have anything glued in place yet because I want to finish the back of it, and I also want to clear coat it with some polyurethane. So I probably will not glue these in place because I want to clear coat everything individually before I spray paint it, or before I place everything on. So I just went ahead with just a plain country looking bow material. Now, we want that a little longer, so we're going to adjust this however we can. Okay, that's there. I have to go back a few steps till I find the right way. There we go. And then I should be able to pull that up a little and put that under here, headed down. So I had chosen this, I kind of like this because it kind of matches that. And since it's Nana's kitchen and it's for me, I think my grandkiddos would like this up all year long. So let's go ahead and trim this, and then we'll show you what this was going to look like. But these look like the old time cookie cutters. I showed you how to do the speckle paint. I showed you how to do her dress. And then this can go up here, but see, don't they look realistic with the little knobs on the top? Alright, so we've got that. That's pretty much where I'm going to go with it. And then my plan is just to put a piece of string back here to hang it up. Now, before I go ahead and put the polyurethane on it, I want to kind of antique around the sides. So, we are going to use some baby wipes. And I think I'm going to use the burnt umber, because that's one thing I wanted to do last night and didn't get a chance to. I think this is one that we have open. Yes. And for those of you who didn't see our new paint storage, this is what we have now. We have it in, this is the 24, and we also have the 32. And that's listed in the Etsy shop. I probably should have did this before I went ahead and put the bow on. But we're not doing anything traditional seams. And it's not working with that. So we are going to try and do that technique I showed you last night, where we're just going to put the tip of that in there, and we're going to kind of wet it like that. And we're going to kind of go around the sides, except it's not working the way I wanted it to. So we're just going to do it the regular way. So I'm actually just going to put some on it, and then we're going to kind of smear it off. Because see how that kind of gives it that rough edge look? That's what I want. Except I have to practice my technique a little more. That's a little too much, but we should be able to get that off. And if you get too much on, you can go back with the diaper wipe and pull some more of it off. I just thought it looked too plain and it needed a little bit of edge to it. Now it's a little thicker around here. And like I said, anytime you use the diaper wipe, you can drag it. Except you don't want to do that. There. Just kind of want to get it looking worn around the edges. And sometimes you just gotta keep at it till you get the right consistency that you want. Kind of like that. But I'm gonna wipe some more off. Kind of like that thickness. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna drag some of that off of there. And I kind of like going outward because I don't want a whole lot on there. Hey, Monica. Sorry about dropping off the face of the earth last night, but I'm sure you all understood. It just wasn't going to work. I tried. I gave it my best shot. All right. So I think I got that coloring on the edge that I wanted. So before I finish, I will go ahead and polyurethane with that spray, and then I will put my pieces back in place. This is Nana's Bakery, and I'm thinking there and there, and possibly here. And then Nana's Bakery is open for business. So I'm not going to put anything in place until I spray paint everything. And I could even get these up here closer, leave that overhang a little bit, and just put my cookie cutters down below here. That way I could change them. Right now they're Christmas cookie cutters, and then later I could change it. No problem. Alright, so as promised last night, the next project was going to be the iron-on decoupage for the little tags. Now these will be listed on the website tomorrow. You can make them into a girl or a boy. The girl will have the bow. The boy will be without. And then we will be able to print out the name that you want for your tags. Now all I'm doing here, this is the one I did to make sure the method worked before I did it in front of everyone. But here's what it looked like before. I generously added the Mod Podge to this. Okay? And I'm not saying lathered it. I'm saying put a nice coat of it on there. And it dried. I actually didn't think I had enough and went back and put another layer and then used the hairdryer to blow it, because the Mod Podge must be dry before you use this method. So this was the only Christmas paper that I could find at Michael's. So what we're going to actually do is cut off a piece here. And then cut down this side here. This is scrapbook paper. $2.49 for a double-sided. And I didn't want double-sided, but like I said, it was the only Christmas one they had. Now, I'm sure you could use wrapping paper if it's really thick. By thick, I mean not see-through if it gets wet, but okay, so we've cut this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of parchment paper. So this has been coated generously. You could do one coat generously. I actually did one coat and then put another coat on top. Dried it with a hairdryer. So now you're going to put this in place. You're going to put this over top, and we are going to iron. Now you don't want this on the steam setting. You want it, I have it right now on the linen setting with no steam. So you're just gonna go back and forth. What the heat does is it reactivates the Mod Podge, and then makes this paper adhere to it. these I'm making for my little grandchildren. And was it you, Monica, last night? Somebody said you could use these as a gift tag this year, and then next year they can use it as an ornament. Now all I did was use the brown, and I just used a diaper wipe to put it on there. Now this is how you make sure, and watch, because this can be hot, all right? You just want to make sure that the edges are sealed, that they are stuck in place. And then what I did was I trimmed off some of the excess around the side. I'm trying to really stretch this paper out since I had to pay full price for it. I ended up getting my senior discount, but since this is pretty much a rectangle, so what I'm going to do is cut into those little angles there, and then I'm going to snip this way, snip this way. I'm not exactly taking it to the edge. I'm just trying to cut off as much as I can for the next part. And then if I can get any closer, I am. Because the scissors I have to use this are in the other room, and I don't want to get Mr. Wyatt stirring, because I know it's close to his dinner time. Then you're just going to take a sander and just edge out on an angle. Because then what that does is it takes the paper right to the edge of the wood. This is so much easier than doing the Mod Podge the regular way. It's cleaner, it sticks nicer. Now, if this was at all going to be near moisture or get wet, then I would use a top coat. But I think for the most part, these will be indoors, so there. I just wanted to get that edge. There. So I can get that in there and not take off a lot of the wood. Now, for this, I'm actually going to antique it a little. So I'm going to get some of this paint around the edges. And then I want to kind of take it outward. That's not getting enough. So we're going to try it with the parchment paper. Yeah, we can, I think, get it this way better. So what I want to do is get a little water on the parchment paper. And then I want to take just the point of my brush, this point here, there. That's the consistency I want. It's easier for me on the parchment paper than it is the other way I was doing it last night or today. There. All right. We'll do it one more time here. And then we'll put the names on. We'll use the part that's not painted on. Okay. Don't mean to be doing that so rough. Hi, Judith. We're going ahead and we finished up the door hanger. We put a bow on it. I didn't tack anything in place because I'm going to go ahead and polyurethane it. Since it's going in the kitchen, I kind of want it to be protected. So when you do house cleaning, you can wipe it down. So we're actually doing the tags now. I put a generous coat under here of the Mod Podge. Let it dry. Thank you. Let it dry, and then when it's dry, and you gotta watch because this is hot, we ironed this paper on top. Now what I'm doing is just going around to check to make sure that it's in place, and it is. So we can move this, and we'll go ahead and trim the excess. I'm not worried about getting real close because we're just going to sand it. Thank you for your little note last night. That was very sweet. I appreciated it. Just needed to rest a little. I'm not worried about getting real close. I'm just taking off some of the excess. Because this is what we do next. We just sand the edge of the paper. And I don't know who it was, if it was Monica or Nancy or you. I don't know who said last night these would be great as tags this year, and then ornaments next year. I need without the holes is what I need. And it's still going to be gingerbread tomorrow at 2. In fact, I may have to start changing my Mondays and try and do them maybe around 2. I think it's just too late at night, and by then I'm just too wiped out. I think this syndrome is getting a little too much of me. I think there's some stuff going on that they're not sure about. So I may just have to do days. That looks pretty good. All right, let's go ahead. I feel somewhat better, yes. Until I had to have a mammogram today. And then it was like, oh, man, people are poking me, squishing me. Okay, so I went ahead and I used this to poke our little hole in there. Now, let's go ahead and put him in place. I know. My husband said, I'd tell you to have fun, but I know it's not going to be fun. I said, you are so right. Oh, I know, right? Me and Carol. Oh. And she's like, well, tell me if that hurts. It's like, if I tell you, you don't do anything anyhow, so do it and get it over with. And get me out of here. And I'll tell you, I could do these and record them and run them, but the editing it takes so long to edit. That's what drives me crazy. With my computer, it can take me sometimes upwards to an hour and a half just to edit a video. And then you got to upload it. Ugh. I love this glue, but I hate this adapter. So they're a lot of work. I like the live better because, you know what? If I mess up, I mess up. That's just the way it goes. Alright, so let's make this one for Gordon. Now, I did not post the tags yet. The set we used last night is posted. So, hopefully, I've got 2 more orders that have got to get out of here. I had 5 leave this morning. Our laser was acting up a little. Had to contact the group and say, what the heck? And they gave me a few things to try. So, trying like heck to get Nancy's order out of here. Alright, now, I think if this is the one that's working, yeah, we're going to do this in green. Because I think that's really going to pop. And I got some fancy twine at Michael's. It's like a red and green and beige. twine. They're all sold out of that UV resin, so I had to get the other kind. Because maybe I'm going to do him with the resin. I think that would be cute, like we've done in the past. But mine is so full of air bubbles now because it's getting low that it really takes a lot to get it even. So we're going to do his little squigglies icing, and that's more like I wanted it. And then for him, we'll go across here, and then let's see if I have the fine point marker. Is this the fine? And need my pastels because I don't have any rouge, so we're actually just gonna do that, but we're gonna smear it because this is the oil pastel, so I want to smear it a little to make those rosy cheeks. There we go. I'm looking at my cheat sheet because I had it on here how I did it. Alright, so yay! First try. That's awesome. And then how close do I want to get the eyes? Probably about right here. There we go. Now to highlight this, I might have to use marker or paint. And then we're going to put a little one at the end there. There. There it is. Trying to get it close. Like I said, it's really hard to find Christmas paper right now. Now we can do Adeline's. Now for her, kind of want to do a red bow. And I think the red bow would show up on there. Yeah. Let's, see that when you put the white in with the black, you end up getting gray. So I think we're going to paint that. Just need to find a little tiny brush. There we go. Now, I might go ahead and put some little, after that dries, put some little red dots. Thank you. On there. Now, let's go ahead. It's still going to come out black. I hope not. There we go. Let's give her some rouge. And do it in a circular motion. There we go. I'm just kind of dabbing in a circle to get the roundness of the eyes. There, and when that dries, I will do my dabs of paint. So let's go ahead and glue Miss Adeline on. You get to see them all on Sunday in their costumes. There we go. See if I can get brave here and get my dot with my paintbrush. Nope, covered up the eye. Where is? Where is my diaper wipe? I don't need a whole one. I need more. I'm doing a lot of painting lately. There. What I need is a pencil here. This is what I need with a point. That's what I needed. Duh. That's so much easier than trying to go at it with that pencil. Now we need to fix this black. There we go. Much better. Ta-da! Alright, now let's get Addie's hair bow on. Actually, let's put it on and then let's see if we can do the dots on her hair bow. I'm going to dot glue on the head because I always tend to put too much on the bow. There we go. Now let's take this and put some red dots on her white part. There's a piece of wood sticking out there. There. Perfect. Alright, now we need to do her name. And then we are done. And we will have more gingerbread tomorrow. And put the lid back on. Put this in my oil pastels. And let's color her away here. And you could use any, I think, wrapping paper on this. As long as it's not like tissue paper, you could use this method with that. If it's not the dogs, it's the phone. If it's not the phone, it's the husband. Leave me alone. Calgon, take me away. Right? Okay, there we go. We got the little boy and the little girl. So then I just have to do Nolan's. Aren't they cute? Uh-oh. Judith is saying, oh no, I got to get one for Nolan. You could put the year on the back. You could put a special message on the back. There is a lot you could do with these. You know how they put those cookies in the jar? You could make one of these tags to go on the jar. Just try and get an idea of where the N is going to go. The big N. Come on now. Don't stick to my finger. Not allowed. There we go. So, squiggly, 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 squiggly. Boy gets squiggly across the top. That was too squiggly. They will be, hopefully by tonight or first thing in the morning, Judith. I wasn't even sure if I had the energy to do this today. And I thought, well, so then we put mouth and the two eyes. And we go back to using our pointer. I will let you know. I will text you, girlfriend, when they are on. How's that? These skewers really come in handy for just about everything. We use those for drying the little gumdrops. We can use those for just about anything. Now, I'll take pictures. I will show them with the string I got. I thought I brought it back here, but evidently I did not. I did put a little bit of brown around here to kind of just stress the edge, but Gordon is in one family, Adeline and Nolan are in another. So, you know, it would, I think I am definitely going to do the UV resin on these. I think that would make those little gingerbread men pop. So, and I bet you I did not take a picture of these unpainted. Urgh. Well, I'll just make hubby cut me one. I'll just have him cut me another Nolan one. What am I talking about? I can go out there and cut me another Nolan one. I know how to use that sucker now. There we go. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the UV resin on the gingerbread. Let me see if I kept it in the bag. Yes, I did. I found this at Michael's. Look at that. Isn't that sharp? It has like the green with the twine and the red. I thought that would be a nice contrast. And I didn't have my resin anymore, so I had to get the other Blue Moon. But I'm sure it works with anything. I know, won't that? Oh my gosh, that is going to make those pop. That is going to do it. I am right here, so I know this thing stinks, and I end up taking it outside, and I've got no sunlight today. There we go. Let's just do one. For those that haven't seen us do one, that way it's all on video. I just need to find the right cord, because I plug it into my iPhone. I don't use the computer for the light because it does not cure it that good. So let's just go ahead and show everybody how to use this. For those that have not watched this before. And this is actually a little bit cheaper than the big bottle we bought before. This big bottle was $23 and this one's $19. There's a little bit of difference in size, so that's probably why. I know they still sell the signature on Amazon, I think. But I think it's a lot more expensive. So, do we have to poke a hole in this? Let me see. And I think this is going to come out faster. Well, maybe not. Looks like the thing is the same size. That is going to be so cute on these. Okay, what am I? Found another use for the skewer. I'm going to make a list. 1001 uses for Dollar Tree skewers. Now, come on. There we go. That's what I was trying to do without getting it all over. Well, we'll just leave it like that, because this may come out faster. And you don't want to go shaking this, because if you go shaking this, why is that not? Oh my goodness. Come on now. There. Now it's on. No, it's not. Huh. Well, I guess I'll be messing with that later. Stupid thing. Alright, so we're just going to start applying this. Yeah, see, there's no bubbles coming out with this. Because I was near the end of what was in the bottle, I was getting all these air bubbles because I did some cardinals and they're full of air bubbles. So the trick is to kind of stay above the wood and drizzle it. If you don't use a whole lot, it won't drizzle over the side. Oh my gosh, this is going to make these pop. And I'm glad I grabbed Gordon's because his was one of the first ones. Look at that, and I went right around the edge with a whole bunch of it and it never ran over. So yeah, this is about as easy to use as the other. Just have to figure out why my light is not working. You want to go steady and slow and not up and down and create a lot of bubbles. You just want to drizzle. Just think of it as syrup. Okay. Well, I guess I'll be putting it outside near a window for some UV light because my light is not working. How do you like that? Oh well. Maybe we'll try and plug it into the computer then. This is plugged in and it is turned on. So let's see if it works via the computer. Probably not. Because what I do, I usually stick it under the light for 90 seconds and then I put it outside on a window. So without drizzling it over the side, there we go. Alright, I appreciate you coming back and hanging out with me. Look for me tomorrow.